Many new Bitcoiners think they can sell their Bitcoin for an easy profit, but that's a mistake they'll certainly regret. So in this video, I'll reveal a simple 4-step strategy that will help you turn a quick profit into the life-changing millions you deserve. Now, if you're not sure this strategy will work for you, remember that really average people became multi-millionaires doing this. Guys like Pierre Rochard, who studied accounting in Austin, Brad Mills, a Canadian entrepreneur, and American Hodl, a film producer who came from a rough childhood, all made millions doing exactly what I'll show you in this video. Pierre Rochard started buying Bitcoin when he was still in university. Brad Mills turned electricity into Bitcoin by mining in his basement, and American Hodl rode around town on a moped just so he could buy more Bitcoin. Today, these guys are financially free. They're living their best lives, raising families in the homes they own, traveling the world, and making investments. Somehow they all managed to find a crack in the system that allowed them to escape an average life with a soul-sucking job, a mortgage, and a far-off retirement promise. And if you think they just got lucky because they were early, you're wrong. Because the loophole they discovered is still wide open. Don't just take my word for it. Here's American Hodl telling you exactly what's coming.
I believe that Bitcoin has 1,000x further to go, which indicates a price of $100 million, which is a crazy number, but we're at $100,000. And when I first started buying it, $100,000 seemed fucking crazy too. And it was. And now it's real. So Bitcoin, makes impossible things possible.
Now here's the strategy to multiply your gains and enable you to create the life you want. You don't need to do anything other than following these instructions carefully. Let's say you've discovered Bitcoin recently. If so, I hope that you've bought some and that you've decided to hold it. You probably also know exactly what price you paid. If I woke you up in the middle of the night and asked, how much did you pay for your Bitcoin? Would you know? And since your average purchase price is firmly anchored in your mind, chances are you feel really bad when the price drops below that level. Oh my God, I'm down on my Bitcoin. What now? Let's be honest here. Are you checking the price multiple times a day? Do you have any price widgets or notifications set up? If any of this sounds like you need a timeout. Let me be clear. Yes, you've put yourself in a position to change your life forever, but you're putting your dream at risk. I'm serious. If you continue like this, you might mess this up and waste your chance. So watch this video until the end and act on what I'm about to tell you. You see, the problem is that you're still pricing Bitcoin in dollars, euros, or whatever paper currency you use. Let's just take dollars for simplicity. If you've studied it well, you know that Bitcoin is the best money ever. Orders of magnitude better than gold or fiat. And you've realized this ahead of 96% of the world. The global economy is upgrading from broken money with infinite paper dollars to sound money with 21 million Bitcoin. And as we move to the Bitcoin standard, everything is getting repriced in Bitcoin. Those who adopt the new paradigm first will massively outperform the rest. However, by pricing everything in dollars, you still view the world through a fiat lens. By focusing on Bitcoin's price all the time, you run the risk of letting it affect your emotions and selling way before you ever realize the full potential of your stack. Think about it. If the price moves up, you'll calculate how much money you've made and what life upgrades you could spend it on. And if the price moves down, you'll think about how much you've lost and you'll be scared to lose even more. In both cases, you might be tempted to sell some, and then there's a good chance you'll never be able to get that amount back. Brad Mills learned this lesson the hard way. Just listen to what he says.
There's a way to rationalize selling Bitcoin as like you held long enough and if you're right, the majority of your net worth is still in Bitcoin and, sell some Bitcoin now to pay off your mortgage and make your wife feel better or whatever the thing is, like upgrade your car, give yourself the dream car, go on that crazy vacation, whatever it is, like sell some Bitcoin, you deserve it. But I kind of wish that I had stuck to my psychopath Bitcoin, mindset somewhat and was like, no, I'm not going to sell 20 Bitcoin to pay off my $200,000 mortgage. like what the hell? 6 years later, that's worth $20 million. And I much would have rather like stuck with a freaking mortgage for another 6 years and have 20 extra $1 million. Like that's been the biggest mistake that I've made throughout the last 4 epochs is like having to sell Bitcoin to fund my lifestyle.
So step number 1 helps you avoid this mistake. It is to price your life in Bitcoin by using Bitcoin as your unit of measure. For example, priced in dollars, houses are getting more expensive, but in Bitcoin, they're getting cheaper. The same goes for your time. As Bitcoin goes up, your hourly rate in Bitcoin is going down. There's no time to lose, so why not work more and stack harder now that you still can? Always ask yourself, do I really want to sell my scarce Bitcoin to buy something that becomes worth less? Apply this strategy and you'll earn more financial freedom with every decision. And this brings us to the next step, because Bitcoin is on track to become the world's dominant store of value. It's already being embraced by billionaires, banks, and even governments. The risk? It's gone. The only thing standing between Bitcoin and the $100 million valuation is ignorance. Most people still don't get it, but they will. Adoption is inevitable. So if you want to be wealthy beyond your wildest dreams and use that wealth to make a real impact, step number 2 is to adopt a hodl forever mindset. And here's how you do it. See the bigger picture. Bitcoin went from $12 in 2011 to over $100,000 today. That's not luck, it's math, it's adoption. So zoom out, study the fundamentals, and you'll see where it's headed next. Never sell. Ask yourself, when should I sell? The answer is never. Every time. Always find ways to finance your life without selling. Selling is for people who don't understand what they own. Kill the noise. Stop checking the price every day. It's not a scoreboard. It's a reflection of how misunderstood Bitcoin still is. Your wealth isn't determined by short-term volatility. It's determined by how long you can hold with conviction. Focus forward. Set your goals in 5 to 10 year timeframes. Think about freedom, your family, your legacy. So teach your kids about Bitcoin. Document your Bitcoin inheritance plan and instill the value of self-sovereignty and hodling in your family. If you can do all of these things, you will do very well. Bitcoin will reward the patient. Just don't get shaken out before the world wakes up. Now, a lot of Bitcoiners make the mistake of easing off way too soon. After stacking hard for a few years, it's really tempting to kick back, retire early, and relax. But that move could cost you everything. Why? Because we may never see another window like this to build generational wealth with so little effort. Think about it. Do you slow down when you're winning the race? Do champions quit halfway through the game? Or do they double down and go for the blowout? Yes, rest matters. Time with family is priceless. But don't confuse rest with retreat. This is the moment to create even more value. Every extra dollar you earn now is a shot at stacking more Bitcoin. And in the future, that extra dollar could be worth 1,000. So step number 3 is to keep stacking. Here's how to play it smart. If you've got a job, start a side hustle. Buy more Bitcoin with the extra income. And if your side gig takes off, quit your job and go all in to multiply your income. If you own a business, turn your profits into Bitcoin with a treasury strategy. Once you're reaching serious levels of wealth, investments are the way to create value. But remember, Bitcoin is your hurdle rate. Your bets have to beat Bitcoin's growth. Whatever you do, use your productive years wisely. Keep stacking every dip. This isn't just better for you, it's better for your family, your community, and the world. So don't stop now, the finish line is still ahead. On to the final step, and it's the most important one. Ignore this and it won't matter how early you are or how much Bitcoin you've stacked. You'll never see the full upside. Now that institutional money is flowing in, some people think that Bitcoin's volatility is over, that the 4-year cycle is dead. No more 80% drawdowns, just slow and steady growth. Maybe, but don't bet your future on it, because history says otherwise. After every major bull run, Bitcoin has crashed about 80%. And if that happens again and you're not ready, there's a real risk you'll panic sell and never recover. Trust me, without proper conviction, you'll sell low, then watch it run away from you, and you'll feel like shit, spending years trying to get your position back. That's why step number 4 is to build your conviction. Not with hype, not with bullish tweets, but with deep understanding. If you want to hodl through hell and buy when it feels impossible, you need to study the fundamentals. Click the link in the description to learn why Bitcoin exists. Understand the system it's replacing. Arm yourself with facts and knowledge so you have certainty deep in your core about where Bitcoin is going. So when the next crash comes, and it will, you won't flinch. You'll stand tall, hold tight, and stack more. While everyone else runs, you'll build real wealth. Conviction is your edge, so don't skip this. Bitcoin changed money forever by removing the middleman. But if you just leave your coins on an exchange, you're putting your savings at serious risk. So to learn how to safely store your Bitcoin, here's the only wallet video you'll ever need to see.